coming in, I'm finishing my second year, going into my third year at StFX, and one of the things that I've been really proud about is just a change in the culture of our program. It's always tough when you're kind of going through a rebuilding phase. And I was able to recruit some phenomenal young women. I'm able to coach some phenomenal young women who see that next level for us. And, it definitely is, it's a great thing that we kind of look to our left and look to our right. And so many of our teams at StFX are very competitive. We invest a lot in our student athletes. We're one of the few programs in the country that has a leadership academy. Where everybody's home away from home. So there's a big family element as well. One of the biggest successes I think that we've had in my short time here so far has been our community engagement and really giving back on that kind of level. It's never really just about the X's and the O's, but obviously as we continue to get better, we do a lot of player development. I love recruiting different kinds of athletes, and I feel like I'm in an advantageous position because StFX has such a great name. We boast a great alumni base, and we're in a beautiful place in the country. And so, we always have really great high character kids that are looking for that next opportunity. Those are the things that I'm really excited about in terms of where we're going. We're really young, but at the same time, I think our impact, if my impact is only on the court in terms of our wins and our losses, then, we're not making the most out of this opportunity. And so, it's academics first, it's community, and then we're constantly all about getting better. It kind of lucked out and was able to get a couple kids in, and so that really helped. So we were able to fill some blocks. It's a total culture shift, I would say, from when I came in. When I came in, we just, not only weren't we competitive on the floor, we just didn't have players that wanted it. My goal for this year is my goal every day I wake up, and it's just to get better. It's to become smarter. It's to become more vulnerable and more appreciative of the everyday. Our program is all about leadership and giving back. So leaders and champions is what we're about at StFX. Going into this school year, there's a lot of uncertainty, right, coming out of this COVID time, and I've been challenged to ask myself, hey, what does success look like? And I think getting in a routine. We definitely want to continue to build our community presence with our program and making sure that we're giving opportunities and we're reaching out to our community members, especially after such a crazy 7 or 8 month span. From a basketball standpoint, we do have a contingent season planned for January to April, so we're going to be working towards that, and we're really excited. But at the same time, we know that it might not happen. And so we're heavily invested in our student athlete success, both on and off the court. And so we're going to continue to improve and get better. And if it takes a year, that's a year more to keep improving. Yeah, everyone knows you. Everybody's nice and welcoming. And I remember even when I was going through the hiring process of coming to StFX, I couldn't believe how friendly everyone was. It's probably one of the biggest reasons why I chose to come is because it was just so welcoming. There's a lot of people that just want to see you do well. But it's you're sucking in good, clean air. Back home you're driving, you got all this pollution hitting you, and so I tell people all the time, it's great if you're a student athlete that's looking for some hands-on experience. You want the ability to talk to your professors. You want that really good balance of on and off court, and at the same time you want to be able to compete. You're not worried about being just a number, right? That's the benefit you get from a smaller school. Living in Nova Scotia has been very relaxing, I would say, compared to back home. Back home, just growing up in the GTA, there's always something going on. There's so many people I'm connected with and that I love spending time with. And there's a million gyms. And one of the biggest changes was when I came up here to Antigonish, everything was just a lot slower. And being in Nova Scotia, everything's a lot slower. You kind of have to know somebody who knows somebody. And so I've just been trying to find ways to reach out to different communities across the province. I do some recruiting. I try to do my fair share of kind of getting around. But I love it here in Nova Scotia. It's a great place to raise a family. It's also a great place to play at, because you have that tight-knit community where the university and the immediate community are really kind of intertwined in that sense. So it's great. I mean, I tell my student athletes all the time, you never know who's watching you, right? We have a lot of young people that look up to our student athletes because, you know, they're the equivalent of the professional sports team. And so all that comes with the responsibility of understanding, when you come here and you're a coach or you're a student athlete or you're an administrator, you're always thinking, hey, I'm representing more than just myself. I'm representing my program affiliate. I'm representing, StFX, our university. And so I love the fact that it's in stark contrast to the area that I really was raised in. But at the same time, it's just been a welcoming and a positive experience overall.